Okay, so if you're running a digital marketing or SEO agency, you know the pain, right? Juggling a dozen different tools just to get your content out the door. Well, today, we're going to dive into an operating system that was designed from the ground up to fix that exact problem. It's called Monkee.
So here's the game plan. First, we're going to tackle the core problem that agencies are dealing with every single day. Then, we'll get into the solution that Monkee brings to the table and why it's so different. After that, we'll look at how it actually future-proofs your content, uses some seriously smart automation for scaling, and then we'll land on the part you really care about, the undeniable return on your investment.
Let me just ask you something straight up. Do you think your current content workflow might be secretly draining thousands of dollars from your business every single month?
In this right here, this visualizes the chaos most agencies are living in. I mean, look at the left side. That's the old way, the traditional stack. You've got a subscription for Semrush, another one for an AI writer, another for an optimization tool like Surfer, and hey, don't forget one for link management. It's a total mess, fragmented and crazy expensive. But then you look to the right, that's Monkee. One platform, one subscription, one clean, unified workflow.
And yeah, that mess has a price tag, a big one. The typical monthly cost for that tangled web of tools is $1,472. That is over 17 grand a year, just on software, before you've even paid a single person on your team. And that is the heart of the agency content problem. It's not just about the money, you know. It's the sheer chaos of jumping between all these disconnected tools that just sucks up your time and your team's energy.
But of course, every problem needs a solution. And this is where Monkee's story gets really interesting. Because this isn't just another tool cooked up by developers in a lab who've never run a campaign. No, this was built and architected by a 20-year SEO vet who has actually lived the agency life.
This quote from the architect, Dean Cacioppo, just says it all. Every feature solves a real problem we've encountered in actual client campaigns. What does that really mean? It means the platform isn't some theoretical idea. It's battle-tested. It was built specifically to solve the exact headaches you are probably feeling right this second.
And you can see that expertise in the AI itself. On the left, you've got the generic AI junk, keyword-stuffed, robotic-sounding content that, my favorite, links to pages that don't even exist. Ugh. But on the right, that's the Monkee way. It has contextual intelligence. It actually learns your client's unique voice. It builds a real content strategy, and, get this, it validates every single internal link against your sitemap. So no more broken links, ever.
But look, this kind of advanced AI isn't just about fixing today's headaches. It's about setting you up for what's next. It's about future-proofing your content so you can win in this brand new era of AI search.
And that future, it has a name. GEO. Stands for Generative Engine Optimization. Basically, it's a whole new way of structuring your content so that it's not just ranked by search engines, but it's actually understood and cited by AIs like ChatGPT, Google's SGE, and Perplexity. Trust me, traditional SEO isn't the whole game anymore.
This slide just makes it so clear. A traditional SEO title, right? It's keyword-focused, Real Estate Marketing Strategies 2025. But a geo-optimized title? It's a question. How can real estate agents use AI to generate more qualified leads? And why is that? It's simple. Because that's how real people are actually talking to these new AI search engines.
And this isn't just some simple trick. We're talking about 5 sophisticated geo strategies built right into the platform. You've got things like Question Swarm, which builds this dense web of FAQs, and Validation Network, which is designed to create this perceived consensus that AI engines love and trust. It is a whole different level of strategy.
So you've got all this incredible strategic depth, but how do you actually apply it across, say, dozens of clients without getting totally bogged down? Well, that brings us to our next part, automation built for scale. This is about putting all that brain power to work, all from a single dashboard.
The whole thing is managed through the super simple 5-step workflow. You kick things off by creating the campaign. You configure the schedule, and then step 3? Oh, this is where the magic happens. The system just executes. It generates the content, the links, the images, and publishes it all. For steps 4 and 5, your job is basically to just monitor the progress and spit out beautiful client-facing reports whenever you want. Powerful, but not complicated.
Okay, so the strategy is brilliant, the automation is a beast, but what about the bottom line? Does it all actually pay off? That leads us to the final and maybe most important piece of the puzzle, the undeniable ROI.
Let's look at the hard numbers: time, cost, and quality.
First up, the money. By consolidating that fragmented stack of tools, agencies are saving over $1,200 a month. That's more than $14,000 a year straight back into your pocket.
Next, time. And you could argue this is even more valuable. We're seeing an 88% reduction in the time it takes to execute a full content campaign. Just stop and think for a second about what your team could achieve with all that time back.
But here is the absolute kicker. All those savings in time and money, they don't come at the expense of quality. In fact, it gets better. The average SEO quality score on all the content this platform generates is between a 90 and a 94 out of 100. So you get the speed, you get the savings, and you get superior quality. So after all that, it really just leaves us with one final question. As AI completely reshapes search and content as we know it, is your agency built on a foundation of fragmented old-school tools? Or are you ready for the future?